Welcome to the USA House Partners Podcast.
Broker Greg got his plane tickets halfway to the airport, but guess what? His car broke down. Tune in next week to see if he makes his flight.
Welcome to the August Market Update. Every month, we pull the freshest numbers from the national housing reports and line them up right next to what's happening here in Bowling Green and Warren County, because the national headlines rarely tell the full local story. This month, the contrast is sharp, and honestly, if you live here, the local story is the better one. Let's get into it. I'm Broker Greg, and this is USA House Partners August 2026 Market Update. Let's start at the national level. Here are the numbers that matter most right now. The 30-year fixed mortgage rate is sitting at 6.66% as of the first week of August. That is near its highest point of the year, and it is the single biggest factor shaping buyer behavior right now. To put that in dollar terms, on a $391,000 home, which is the national median home value, a buyer putting 20% down is looking at a monthly payment of roughly about $1,888 just on principal and interest before taxes and insurance. That number has barely budged from a year ago. It is not making things easier for buyers trying to get in the door. The good news is that most forecasters, including Fannie Mae, still expect rates to drift toward the high fives by year's end. That's not a guarantee, but it's the direction of travel if inflation continues to cooperate. The national median existing home sale price hit an all-time high of $440,600 in July, according to the National Association of Realtors. That's up 1.8% from a year ago and marks 36 consecutive months of year-over-year price increases. Let that sink in. 3 full years without a single monthly decline in national median price. We're not in a crash. We are in a slow, grinding affordability squeeze. J.P. Morgan Global Research expects prices to finish 2026 essentially flat from where they are now, with by modest 3% growth returning in 2027. This is a stabilizing market, not a collapsing one. The country typically had 1.5 to 1.8 million homes listed at any given time. We're still meaningfully below normal supply. Homes took a median of 25 days to go pending in July nationally. That's 5 days longer than last year. Sales volume was actually up 7% year over year, largely driven by contracts signed in June when rates briefly dipped. But newly pending listings, the leading indicator, fell 7.7% from June. That July bump may not hold into fall. The bottom line on the national picture: prices are holding, inventory is slowly improving, rates are elevated and volatile, and the market is in a genuine rebalancing year. Not a buyer's market, not a seller's market, a negotiating market, which means strategy matters more than ever. Now, let's talk about what's happening right here. Because while the national headlines are all about affordability crises and rate pain, the Bowling Green market is telling a more nuanced and in many ways more encouraging story. The median sale price for homes in Bowling Green through the first half of 2026 sits in a range between $265,000 and $320,000, depending on which data source you're looking at. And that spread reflects the difference between closed sales, active listings, and different geographic boundaries within the Bowling Green Warren County area. Here's a number that matters. Redfin's mid-year South Central Kentucky data puts the average median sale price for January through June at approximately $245,000. Compare that to $391,000 nationally, and Bowling Green homes are running about 37% below the national average, and prices here are still growing. Year over year, Bowling Green home values are up between 1.7% and 4.6% depending on your resource, right in line with or slightly ahead of the national pace. Owners are holding equity. Values aren't slipping. For buyers, this is a market where homeownership is still within reach and at a meaningful discount to what you'd normally pay anywhere else in the country. The same mortgage payment that buys you a median home here might get you a condo in Nashville or a townhome in a Louisville suburb. Here's where the local picture diverges most noticeably from the national one. Nationally, homes go pending in about 25 days. In Bowling Green, the mid-year median days on market is running over 100 days. That's not a typo. This is a market where homes are sitting significantly longer than the national average. Now, before you sellers panic, let me frame that correctly. This longer time on market is partly a function of this market returning to the pre-2020 normal. Before the pandemic frenzy, 90 to 110 days was absolutely ordinary for this region. by the 2021 and 2022 market where homes sold, in days. And this was the anomaly, not the norm. What it does mean for sellers is that pricing and presentation matter more than they have in 4 years. Overpriced listings are sitting. Well-priced, well-presented homes with the right strategy behind them, they're still moving. Local inventory is running at about a 6-month supply compared to under 4 months nationally. 6 months is generally considered the threshold for a balanced market. That means Bowling Green buyers have more choices and more time than buyers in tighter national markets. One of the dominant forces shaping local inventory right now, and this is nationally too, but it hits every local market, is what economists call the rate lock effect. Millions of homeowners locked in mortgages at 2.5%, 3%, or 3.5% between 2019 and 2022. Selling means trading that rate for a new one at 6.66%. On a $300,000 home, that difference in rate alone can mean $700 to $900 more per month. So, owners who don't have to move are not. That is depressing supply across the board. The homes that are coming onto the market tend to be from sellers who have a genuine reason to move: relocation, downsizing, life change, financial pressure. These are motivated sellers, and motivated sellers are exactly who our program is built to serve. Let me land this where it matters for each of our audiences. If you've been watching this market and wondering whether now's the time to act on that equity, here's the honest answer. Values are holding, but the days of easy pricing are over. The Bowling Green market is rewarding sellers who come in with the right price from the start. Only about 10.6% of local homes are selling above the list price compared to over 21% nationally. That means if you overprice, you're not going to get bailed out by a bidding war. You'll sit. That strategy works in this environment at exactly what we offer. Get real cash offers from our investor network before you list. Use that data to anchor your price at the right level from day one, and let competition, not hope, drive your outcome. If you have equity and a reason to move, this is not the time to wait for a perfect market. The perfect market for sellers was 2021. The smart market is the one in front of you right now with the right approach. If you've been on the sideline waiting for rates to drop before you make a move, I understand that instinct, but here's what waiting is costing you. Bowling Green home values have gone up between 1.7% and 4.6% this year alone. On a $280,000 home, even 2% appreciation is $5,600 in equity growth you're sitting on the sideline for. Every month you're renting, someone else's mortgage gets paid down and you build nothing. And for buyers who can't get a conventional mortgage right now, rates don't change that math for you. The alternative financing paths we have available don't wait for the Fed. They will work in this market at this moment with your current financial picture. Bowling Green is one of the most affordable mid-sized markets in the entire country. The window to get in at these prices before wages push values higher is open right now. Whether you're a seller who's been sitting on equity, wondering what your home is actually worth right now, or a buyer who's been told to wait and is tired of watching rents go up while home values hold, reach out to us at greg@usahousepartners.com or visit our website at usahousepartners.com. One conversation, real numbers, no pressure. In the meantime, share this episode with anyone in the Bowling Green area who's trying to figure out their next move in this market. I'm Broker Greg. This is the USA House Partners Podcast, your cash offer and rent-to-own resource. Own it.